As we continue our years-long wait for the Surface Neo, Microsoft is already ready to unveil the Surface Duo 2. This is the follow-up to the Surface Duo, which we checked out and reviewed last year. To refresh your memory, this is a dual-screen Android device with some Microsoft Windows optimizations baked into the Android operating system. The older device was intriguing, but held back by very buggy software. This time around though, we were able to check out an early version of the Duo 2, and it feels more polished than before. Some of the key differences between the new Duo and its predecessor include a bigger 8.3-inch screen when you open the device up, so that's the combined diagonal length of the two of them together. Each individual panel is about 5.8 inches, running at a resolution of 1344 by 1892. When open, the resolution is 2688 by 1892. These are both also, as before, AMOLED panels, so they offer rich contrasts and colors and just a great viewing experience overall. But another notable update this time around is a 90 Hz refresh rate. So scrolling articles in your social feeds should look smoother than before. Microsoft also took pains to point out that the 90 Hz refresh rate is in sync across the two panels, so that if you, say, read an article full screen across both of them and you're scrolling, they should keep pace with each other. Another subtle tweak that Microsoft made this time around was to kind of introduce a slight curvature or a bevel to the interior edges of the screens. This adds to a more book-like effect overall, so that the Duo 2 may be easier to read and use. During my very brief time with the Duo 2, the software did feel a lot more refined than when I was reviewing the initial Duo. I could drag an app across the screen and launch it to span both sides very easily. Everything launched quickly. I had two apps running side by side. It felt smooth. But again, this is within a controlled demo area. We will really have to test this out in the real world to see how it behaves and if the software is vastly improved. Another major update that Microsoft brought about with the Duo 2 is a triple rear camera system. What we've got here are a 12 megapixel main camera, 12 megapixel telephoto with 2x optical zoom, and an ultra-wide 16 megapixel option that should give you up to 110 degrees field of view. Now, if you recall, one of our biggest complaints with the original Duo was its camera being not just buggy, but with also poor sensors compared to flagship smartphones in the market. We didn't get to test this triple camera system a lot during our hands-on, and frankly, a convention area with lots of booths and harsh lighting is not the best place to test these out. But from what I can tell at least, switching between the three lenses was smooth and easy, and the camera software seems less buggy than before. Switching over to the front camera was also very smooth, and things looked good here as well. Now, all of this is powered by a Snapdragon 888 chipset, which is super powerful and of course also enables 5G. And speaking of, Microsoft emphasized that the Duo is actually the thinnest 5G device ever. It measures just 5.5 millimeters thin and now supports NFC for payments and provisioning. The US model of the Duo 2 supports both sub-6 and millimeter wave 5G, but of course your experience will depend on your area of coverage and your carrier. Another new feature of the Duo 2 is now it supports Microsoft's new Slim Pen 2, which offers haptic feedback. You're also getting a 4,449 milliamp hour battery and 8 gigs of RAM and options for 128, 256, or 512 gigs of storage. All of that is going to cost you at least $1,500 when the Duo goes on sale come October 21st. You can of course pre-order it already today, but given how oddly the original Duo performed last year, I caution you to hold on to your money until we have a chance to test this out in the real world, put it through its paces, and let you know whether it's worth the buy. For that and more coverage of Microsoft's Surface event, check out Engadget.com.